All right, guys, so as promised, I'm going to throw these things, man. This is the Doomsday Discs Currency line, the Overlords. You can only get them in this super awesome box. Gold disc, silver disc, limited edition with a little gold coin. It's real gold, by the way, and a real silver coin. It's also real, by the way. Don't know if you guys have been on the internet or anything lately, but the price of gold and silver have both skyrocketed. So I'm definitely going to take a big loss throwing these bad boys, but you know what? I'm crazy, dude. I'm going to do it. I got box number 139 of 500. I already got people offering me money for these bad boys when I'm done throwing them, even though they've already been thrown. But, you know, Doomsday's number one, man. Thanks, Doomsday. You're the best. Let's see how these bad boys throw. Here I am at Griggs, hole 1, 253 feet, basically straight uphill. It's almost straight ahead too, for that matter. These discs are supposed to be the same other than color. There are no official flight numbers. They just say that it is a neutral driver and that it goes straight. So we'll see what it does in my hands. It's also a really gloomy day, so hopefully you can see where the disc flies. If not, we'll show you where it lands, and then you can kind of see based off that, but I'll tell you how it throws. I have a feeling you'll be able to see the gray one much better than the silver one, so let's see. It's gonna be difficult to see up this hill, but we'll do our best. Oh, I don't know if you saw that or not. I would almost say a little bit understability to it. Started to kind of go straight and then drift right. Let's see if this silver one throws the same. Okay, so I did throw them a little bit differently, but the silver one definitely had more finish to it. The gold one had no finish to it, so let's go see where they were. All right, so here we are. The gold one, like I said, kind of turned and just kept going. The gold one's actually right here. I actually outdrove the basket a little bit. I'm so strong. And then let's see where the silver one landed. I'll kind of let you know. Like I said, it definitely faded. I did throw it a little bit more up in the air. I mean, this is an uphill hole, so I was kind of accounting for that. But it also made it fade quite a bit. Here's the silver one right here. So neither one of them were perfect shots by any means. Possible twos, probable threes. First impressions, I would definitely say this is probably 10 or 11 speed, I would say. Probably 5 glide, because why not? That's what every disc basically is. And I would say there is a negative turn to it. I would say negative, at least a -1. Maybe 1.5 finish, I don't know. Depends. Like I said, the silver one flew a little different, so let's keep throwing them, see what's up. Hole 2, 247. This one's slightly downhill, I would say. It's almost straight ahead again, but you got to play it to the right to kind of get around those trees. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get this gold one to finish like that silver one did. That would be nice. Oh, dude. That in the industry is what we call grip lock. That was horrible. All right, let's see if the silver one, maybe it won't grip lock. It's definitely the disc's fault. Oh yeah. Woo! That was pretty nice. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. It's a perfect example of why I am the MA4 master. I can go one dog piss shot and then one dog biscuit shot. If we're still talking about dogs, I don't know, something good. So anyways, let's see where that silver one is. Let's forget about the gold one. Wah, wah. So here's the silver one. I definitely outdrove hole 2. I would say, I don't know, 25, 30 feet or so. But it did have a nice flight. Yeah, if you don't grip lock these things and you give it time to fly, it does have a full flight. Let's see what happens on this next hole. I feel like I gotta flick it, and that is my enemy. Hole 3, we're right by the road. If you can hear all those cars, sorry. Can't stop traffic for my productions, man. We're nowhere near that big. Got a flick. Not good at it. Yeah, it's just 327. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I don't know if that's right, but let's see what happens. Not gonna really give them all of it, because I feel like if I give it all, it's gonna burn over. So let's see what happens here. Like that. And I didn't really give it much at all. It's rolling. You can't see it. It's rolling towards the basket, but all right. Hopefully the silver one continues to be the better of the two. Maybe silver's better than gold in this case. We'll see. Try to give it even less, not torque it so much. There we go. Wow. You don't really have to give it much for those things to go. If I flick it again, which I hope I don't, yeah, I need to give it a whole lot less, because that gold one, man, that turned over for sure, which definitely makes me think that there's some negative turn to these discs for sure. All right, so walking to go get these discs, let's just have a little discussion here. So this box, it is Doomsday's gift to us for surviving 2025. Pretty cool. It's the currency line. Sounds like they're going to do this every year, which is pretty sweet. They're all going to be very limited releases. Yeah, and we'll see. Who knows? I don't know if they'll always be gold and silver or whatnot, but sounds like this will be a normal reoccurring thing with the Doomsday line. Thanks, Dr. Death. So here's that gold one that I kind of turned over and it rolled a little bit. It's actually not a bad throw. I mean, definitely par, but not great. Silver one is much better for sure. Let's take a walk on up here to the silver one. So far though, the theme has definitely been the silver one, for me, is better than the gold one. So I don't know if that was intentional or planned, but that's definitely how it's shaken out for me. Let me know if you guys threw these discs or not. I know a lot of you think I'm crazy for throwing them, but you know, I've been called worse things than crazy, that's for sure. Anyways, here's the silver one. That's a 2, because I'm awesome. And anyways, yeah, let's go to the next hole. Hopefully I don't have to flick these things again, ever. Okay, here we are, hole 6. 293 feet. I would almost argue that that's very close. We're waiting for this dude to kind of finish up in front of us, but I did just kind of want to talk about Doomsday in general. Doomsday has come out with some very solid discs. I don't know that I would bag these. Sorry. The Oblivion, great driver. The Cataclysm, great driver. The Despair, the straightest mid-range you'll ever throw. The Rot, a wonderful overstable putter. Those are all in my bag, and I'm hoping to only get more Doomsday in my bag, so hopefully Doomsday will send me more stuff to try out. Maybe I got some holes missing there. But yeah, totally for the Doomsday stuff. Let's see what happens this hole. Let's see if this gold one continues to be a little bit more understable than this silver one. Hopefully I don't hit the road. All right, that time I actually wanted it to be more understable, so I'm thankful that it did. Yeah, that gold one's definitely more understable. I'm gonna throw the silver one for the right route around that tree really wide. Hopefully keep it away from that road so it don't get road rash. See what happens here. It'll be my first kind of real hyzer with it, so I'm curious if it's gonna just ride that hyzer the whole way out or if it'll straighten up, but we'll see. Just throwing to the right of that tree, hopefully. Or not, or I'll just throw it dead straight and it go absolutely dead straight. Okay, well anyways, it's a horrible throw, but that does prove that the silver one is definitely more neutral or stable. The gold one is definitely more understable. So it's all for knowledge, man. All right, so neither one of those shots were horrible. Neither one of them were great. But it is kind of odd how close these two discs are to one another. I mean, we're talking 1, 2, 3 paces, and I don't know, we're probably 30 feet out from the basket or so. So definitely not a birdie, but a decent par. As I was walking here, I was kind of thinking about that silver disc and what it was throwing like, at least that throw. It threw very much like a trail. So I'm going to give it like a rip or two more, and I want to see if it gets any closer to that. I still will remain saying that this one's a little bit more understable, so I want to give it a little bit more hyzer and see if it'll flip up and then go straight this next hole. So let's see what's up. Let's talk about the hat. So Doomsday, it's got this super cool knit hat, man. You know what's really cool about it? It ain't like you're some fat white chick who went to Starbucks and you got one of them big old hats. You know what I mean? When you buy them, man, get over some custom hat. That's what it always is. This one, nah, man, it fits your head just perfect, just right, real nice. Here we are, another hole, so let's see. My goal is, I'm not really throwing very good, guys. Sorry, just got over COVID, man. Optimal conditions right now. It's kind of drizzly and stuff. Million excuses, you know. But anyways, I'm going to try to give this thing a little bit of hyzer, see if it'll actually flip up rather than turning over. See what happens here. This one's kind of a challenging hole, though, to get to sneak in there. We'll see what's up. Hopefully I can get one good throw with this gold disc. That's my goal for today. Nope. That thing is stupid understable. That thing is stupid understable compared to that gray one. Watch. I'm going to try to do my best to throw this silver one. Sorry, I called it gray. It's silver. The same way I threw that one. And I'm assuming it's either going to go very straight or in the basket. Well, not in the basket. Close. Didn't really hit the line I was going for, but it still looked pretty good. It looked like I knew what I was doing if I didn't tell you what I was aiming for before I threw that. So listen, I'm going to give you guys a little bonus here. I'm going to flick those again on this same exact hole and torture myself just for you guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back. Dude, that thing, whoo! All right, folks, as if I haven't thrown enough embarrassing shots, let's do flicking round 2. So again, I'm not going to put a lot into these. I do not expect these to go anywhere near the basket, but they do float pretty good on the forehand is what I noticed. So let's see. I'm really not going to put a whole lot into this. That is my plan. All right, yeah, and that's what happened. That's what should happen. If you flick a disc and don't put a whole lot into it, it should turn stable for sure. Maybe I'll put a little bit more into this one. I trust the silver one a little bit more than I do the gold one. Yeah. And really, it's what you would expect out of it. Not really a good flicker, again, but you got to see the flight. So, end of the day, if I were you guys, would I take my Overlords out of the box? No, they're not worth taking them out of your box, man. Keep them in your box. Keep them nice and clean for when that apocalypse comes about, dude, for that currency, for that cheddar. Dr. Death says plastic will be the currency after the apocalypse. You want yours to be mint. They're not worth taking out of the box, sorry guys. But Doomsday, very fun, very cool idea. Do it again, I'll buy it again. Hopefully I like those discs better. Peace.
Disc baby.
What'd you hear?
I heard that fire.
Yeah, fired. I'm like a beast. Gotta have a feast, heading out east.
Yeah.
Like I'm Prince Zuko, fire all around and on the ground.
Dang,
I'm not going to the
son.
pound.
That's
They
so
ain't going
good.
to put me